Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. Tropical Storm Nicholas continues to slowly move eastward, sending a lot of rain towards Acadiana. So let's get the latest from Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier. Hey, Adam.
Hey there, Taylor. Yeah, a lot going on now. We're starting to get reports of flooding across the region. But first, I just want to get you updated on what's going on with Nicholas. At any moment, we're going to be getting a new update from the National Hurricane Center, updating the winds here. Now, this system, very weak, getting sheared, and it's gradually moving towards the northeast or even maybe more due east recently, and it's about to move back over the Gulf of Mexico. So that is something that some of the models picked up yesterday, and some models didn't. But there it is, right over Galveston Bay. You can see the circulation clearly showing up here on satellite. And this is likely going to head either a little bit maybe due east to maybe try and sneak up a little bit more to the north and east. But that circulation looks dead set to come right across Acadiana. A couple things. We have what's basically acting as a cold front out in the Gulf of Mexico. And then there's a little bit of a warm front, quote unquote, that's draped across the area. The reason I mentioned that is because that could lead to increased rainfall potential for us as that front acts as a focusing point for storms to really get going. And you're kind of seeing that on radar. Look at this band that's setting up right across Acadiana with some pockets of heavier rain. Now, this isn't enough to really cause big issues, but we are seeing those flood reports from earlier rains. 2 to 3 inches of rain fell earlier this morning, in some spots even more than that. We don't need anything else. I'm watching this little cell that's coming up right here. You see that? It's got a little curlicue at the end there. We could see something try to spin up as well. The tornado threat exists through the afternoon too. Haven't seen too much in the way of tornadoes today, but we'll watch this one nearing Abbeville. That heavy rain pushing into Lafayette. The green blinking box you see here is a flash flood warning that carries on until 1:30. It may be extended just based upon what we've been seeing, and now that we're starting to get the reports. But we're going to show you some of the areas that we're seeing some of this flooding. One, in the newest area, we're getting reports of flooding here on LA, I think this is 347 that this is covering. It's Cecilia High School Road, Senior High School Road there that cuts across, and this is between LA 328 and 678, if I have my numbers correct there. But basically, this road here and this road here, this is LA 347 that the closure is, and that's basically Cecilia. So watch out for that. The other one we're following is also Elton Drive here. This is south of Elton and Jeff Davis Parish. Both of these are not included in the flash flood warning, by the way, these areas. But this is between Dan Bullard and Linscomb Road here, and you can see the heavy rain that's been pushing over here the past hour or so. Speaking of heavy rain, in just the past 2 days, you can see on our tally up here, 3 to 6 inches of rain has fallen in this green blinking box. That is that flash flood warning. A little surprised we haven't seen other flash flood warnings come out, but the general idea is that a lot of rain has fallen, and it is causing some issues out there. Rain is falling currently I-10 and I-49. You can see the drops on the lens here and traffic moving along on the interstate, but a very wet interstate out there. Our futurecast shows that through the rest of today, we may get a little bit of a break here. This is at 3 o'clock. Things may settle down, but look what starts to show up back to the west. Another round of this heavy rain, depending on where everything sets up with those boundaries that I was talking about, could initiate some very powerful and heavy rain moving through the area later on this evening. So you're going to want to check in with Chief Meteorologist Jason Nappy for the latest on that. You can see that by 9 o'clock, we should start to see things settling down, but really flooding is going to be the big deal here as we get into the evening hours and overnight. The wind threat, very low, I think, from here on out. Coastal flooding, very low. A few tornadoes are possible, but that flood threat is going to be the key through the overnight hours. Of course, as we get more information about any more roads that are closed due to flooding and anything like that, we'll bring it to you here on News 15. But certainly, we're kind of seeing what we were expecting with this storm. Maybe not quite as widespread, but certainly seeing those impacts from Nicholas as it slowly slides its way right along the coastline.
Yeah, now's a great time to download that weather app. I feel like we've been saying that a lot this week, but you know, you get all those alerts right in the palm of your hand, so you know exactly what's going on. Adam, thank you. We'll check back in later on, and coming up.